In this chapter of Message Crawler Video Manual, we're going to look at how we can take data from ESI Analyst and convert it into RSMF file format. Let's jump into PowerPoint presentation. And first, we need to talk about what is ESI Analyst. And I'm going to read the description to you. ESI Analyst is a SaaS-based suite of electronic discovery, investigation, and review tools designed for today's modern form of digital evidence, spanning mobile, social, and collaborative messaging, geolocation, computer forensic, and transactional data. Basically, it's a really cool tool to analyze data from mobile phones. You can create different timeline views. You can recreate your chat bubbles, which is similar to what RSMF is doing. You can put on the map different events that are happening, and you can do like basic analysis, like what are the most frequently contacts that people talk to, and so on. So it's a way to take lots and lots of data and visualize it and work with it and figure out what you need to get out of it. And one of the things that ESI Analyst can do is it can export a DAT file with the data you picked out after your analysis. And that DAT file is compatible with Message Crawler. So we are able to convert that data into RSMF if you want to put that into relativity for additional review or for production purposes. Now the DAT file that's created by ESI Analyst is compatible with Message Crawler, so you can just open it as a DAT file and most of the fields will get automatically mapped and you'll be ready to go. The cool part is ESI Analyst does generate its own thread IDs, and there are multiple fields that you can create for threading and grouping your messages together. So you can use either that field or you can create your own, like we've done in other videos when we talked about conversations. There are multiple ways of doing it. ESI Analyst does it a few ways, and Message Crawler can do it in a few other ways. So to import the data, you will simply use import DAT file icon. There is no special icon for that because none is needed. The DAT file contains all the fields that are needed, and we don't need to mess around with it too much. Now your field mappings will look similar to this. Some fields here are a little bit longer than I'm used to, but that's totally fine. The one field that we don't have is a message type. Message Crawler will assume message type is message, and you will be totally fine with that. So with that in mind, let's jump into the demo and see how we can take ESI Analyst DAT file and convert it into RSMF. So let's click on import DAT, and I'm going to go to my ESI Analyst folder where I have my DAT file. And here I also have my attachments, emails, and threads. So we're not going to need those. We just want to make sure our attachments are present so that links inside the DAT file work. I'm going to double click on that, and we get to see our data. Now this style of control number is very similar to what relativity does, where we have our parent message and all the attachments. So we're going to map our control number to control number, and family identifier is going to be mapped to a field called family group, which is right here. So if we highlight across, we'll see that this field stays the same. So this is like a bag attach, a group identifier, and this is how Message Crawler knows to look for attachments. It knows that these records are going to be attachments because the values repeat. It's not going to look for attachment for the first one, but it will for the rest of them. Now, conversation identifier is mapped to thread ID, and it's all the way on the right here. So these are the conversations that ESI Analyst generates, and it's up to you whether you like them or not. It does generate multiple thread IDs for you, so you can choose which one you want to use. If you are good with the thread ID the way it was generated, you can go ahead and map this field, which is what I'll do. And if you don't like it, you can use all the standard features of Message Crawler to create your own conversation identifier. All right, message type. We don't have this field here, so Message Crawler will just default to message. Body, we have a message here, which is fine, and message is right here, so we can use this field as a body. Sender from, we have a timestamp. Recipient, so it's from and to communication, so we have all those fields there. We don't have in this DAT file deleted or importance. Again, it's fine. And we have our attachment information, which has been mapped to attachment path and attachment name appropriately. And I believe in this case we're good to go. Let's double check what is our names delimiter. And in this case, it would have to be semicolon because we have last name comma first. So you definitely don't want to have comma here. All right. So this is SMS direct RSMF file format should be fine. So now we can click on generate export. And now we should see our SMF files being generated. All right, and that's the process of taking data from ESI Analyst and converting to our RSMF file. Next step would be using relativity processing to process that data so it shows up within relativity's user interface and is ready for additional review or productions. That's it for this chapter on ESI Analyst, and I will see you in another chapter.